Once MySQL is installed, you can launch MySQL Workbench by going to Start option and typing it MySQL Workbench. This is the tool that we will be using for writing our SQL queries, for making updates and so on. By default, you see this local instance, but just in case if you're not seeing this particular thing here, you can click on plus icon, type in local instance SQL course, whatever, and just say test connection, and it will ask for a password. The username and password both are same, root. It says successfully made a connection, and when you hit OK, you will see this entry. But see, since I'm seeing this already, I don't need it. So I'm just gonna delete this, and I will click here. And again, if it asks for a password, root, and just hit that save in vault option. Now, this is how this tool looks. On the left-hand side, you see these 3 entries, and these are databases that comes with the default MySQL installation. If you look at this database, it has tables related to movies, but we are going to use our own movies dataset. We will not be using this. So you can ignore all these databases, and we are going to now import our movies dataset. So how does that dataset look? Below this video, there is a download button. If you click on it, you will be able to download 2 files. First file is this movies_db.xlsx file, and the second one is .sql file. Okay, so we are going to import this .sql file into our MySQL. So I will go, let's explore all these different options. So in the server, there is an option called data import, where you can say import from self-contained file. Click on these 3 dots, go to downloads, wherever you have downloaded that file, click on this and say open. And let's look at all the options that we have. Okay, this looks good. Click on start import. That single file contains our entire movies dataset, and this green bar shows that the database is imported correctly. You can hit refresh icon and see here you see movies database. Now this database has tables, views, stored procedure, functions. So what are the tables? It has actors, financials, languages, etc. Now you must be wondering, okay, what exactly is a table? What is a database? Let me explain you using the other file that we downloaded, which is the XLSX file. So let's open that file by double clicking on it. And this is how that file looks. Now this file has multiple sheets, correct? See? And the first one is movies, and you can see it's a pretty simple database. If you are watching movies, you will immediately get an idea that, okay, there is a movie title, industry, which year it was released in, and so on. So here, if you have worked with Excel files before, Excel file can have multiple sheets, and every sheet will have a tabular data. And when I say tabular data, it means rows and columns. Okay, so see, there are these many columns: title, industry, release year. These are all called columns, and these individual entries are called rows. So our database is exactly like this. It's a tabular data structure where one table means one sheet. So movies is one table, financial is another table, actors, languages. So there are total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables, right? Now watch our database: actors, financial, languages, movies, and actors. We also have 5 tables. Now you look at our movies table, and you see these 3 icons. When you click on the third icon, it will show you the records in that table. Okay, so it ran this select query, and it showed you all the records. And if you look at these records, they look exactly like this, because I have imported data from this file only. And we will look into how to create the database. But in the initial few videos, we will be mainly focusing on querying the data, because as a data analyst or data scientist, most of the time, 80-90% of the time, you are mainly querying the data. You're not updating or creating tables, things like that. So we are focusing more on the query part. And here, as you see, that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tables. Okay, in the Excel file also, you had this file 5 tables, and within a table, all these entries that you have, those are called rows, and these are called columns. So you can see when I run this select query, you saw different rows, and these are different columns. So movies is a table, movie actor is a table, financial is a table. There are total 5 tables, and that makes up a movies DB, which is a movies database. So database is a collection of table. A table is nothing but a tabular data, which means rows and columns. Folks, it is as simple as that. If you use Excel, you will immediately get it. I know you all are smart enough. Now, you might be seeing smaller fonts here. So if you want to increase the fonts, what you can do is edit preferences. And in that, you can go to fonts and colors. And here you can increase the font size. So SQL editor is basically this thing that you're seeing here is SQL editor. Results grid is the results that you're seeing here. Okay. And you can just increase the fonts to whatever size, 18, 20, 24, whatever. Okay. You can also do control scroll up, and that will also increase the font size. Now you already got a taste of the first query, your first query ever, which is a select query. And when you say select star from movies.db.movies, it will return all the records. All right. In the next video, we are going to dig further into this select query.